like a couple of your like favorites and a
Yeah.
couple that like aren't necessarily your favorites, but they're like just like
When they're
legends.
together, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
I think one of the biggest ones that comes to mind for me is Drake and Future.
yeah.
I mean, they dropped a whole project together, and I'm hoping they'll drop another one. But I mean, they've collabed even outside of the album on a good amount of tracks. I'm pretty
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
And they always do their thing, and I'm
Oh,
like,
I know.
that's a fire dude. But I'm like, not. I don't really ever listen to Future by himself that much. I do listen to Drake more, but I'm not like a crazy Drake listener either. But when they're together, that's it.
It's always
Got
a
that on
hit.
repeat.
It's always a hit. It's always top charts.
Seriously though, that's probably one of the biggest ones in terms of like just pure like hype that I can think of.
I think-
but I have ones that I probably prefer. But go
Yeah.
on, yeah.
Well, what I was gonna say is I think why they're so successful is because Future brings like typically like the raw natural like
Yeah.
trap aspect of it.
Yeah.
He always brings that, so he attracts that crowd.
That's a
and
good
then
point.
just Drake doing whatever he does in general is gonna attract a
Yeah.
whole lot of attention.
Facts.
So when they do both of that, it's a really hard track, but it's also like really well put together by Drake. I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like.
not like them just. I guarantee none of the tracks they do together is as simple as them writing verses and
Yes.
just going for it. Like you can tell they're structured really well usually.
Yeah. Balanced.
And
really
you see different styles of them. You have tracks that are hard trap ones, perfect for Future, but then you hear Drake do his thing on it.
Exactly.
And then vice versa. Sometimes there'd be a more low key song that Drake would hit, but Future does a thing on it. Like they bring, I think they definitely bring out the best of each other when they're on tracks together.
Yes.
And they have such different styles, but when it's meshed together, it just makes it a great project or song.
Yeah, that's like what I was about to say. Like they can both do any part of the song. Like they can
Yeah.
both do a verse, both do a chorus, both do
Literally, they can do everything.
and do it well too. Like,
for real.
Like there's not. I wouldn't even say there's more of like Future verses than there are Drake verses when they're
Yeah.
together. Like it's like really balanced.
It's
and
balanced, yeah.
They take turns with the chorus and the verses and stuff, which I think is dope because it's
Yeah.
not when you do that it'll get really repetitive and it'll start to sound the same. But none of their tracks are like, you know,
Yeah.
it's not like, oh, I'm tired of hearing this. Okay, you know, it's always something different with them. So that's what I really like about them.
Yeah, very good duo. Did you have any huge ones that come to mind in terms of duos?
I was also, well, yes, I do, but I was also gonna throw in producers in there because there are some producer rapper duos that are
Oh,
insane. So
yeah.
keep that in mind too.
Yeah,
But-
it's not just doesn't just have to be rappers because I can almost
Exactly.
think of like as many good producer
As many.
rapper ones and there is
Yes.
actual rappers. Yeah.
Yes. But the other one I was thinking of was, oh, Kanye and Rick Ross for me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Just a classic.
They've had so many classics.
Devil in a New Dress
Yeah.
is probably my favorite song right now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just, they have several together.
They do.
And
they
just,
really do.
It's something about Rick Ross on a Kanye type beat. It's
Oh,
His voice.
sounds like butter. on
Yeah.
it. Like
Oh, I know.
it's perfect.
I know. But
You can almost also say Rick Ross and Drake too. I feel like they've had a good amount of tracks too.
they have. What was their most recent one?
The freestyle one.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, the
What was
really
it-
recent
what was
one.
it? What was it called? Lemon thing, pepper something. I don't remember. Some weird,
Something like that.
Some weird freestyle. Yeah, that was fire.
That was fire.
But no, I back to that though. Kanye and Rick Ross is a really good choice because I feel like in Dark Twisted Fantasy, or like the album, I feel like there's several tracks with Rick Ross.
yes.
I think.
Yeah. I think there was 2 or 3.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
crazy. That was a good one. I didn't even think of that.
That one's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. You got another one? I got a couple more, Mike.
I can probably think of a couple. I mean, I would say J. Cole and Kendrick, but they really have only done like 2 things together, and we've never seen them both do their full thing.
No, that's the beauty
So
of them, though.
that's one that I anticipate, but I don't know if it'll ever happen. But that's one that I want to see. For obvious reasons, don't even need to elaborate on that.
Yeah.
I do like, since we were talking about them last week, Cardi and Uzi together
Yeah.
on a track, and they've had several together too. That's a really good one in terms of like really modern music. Like
Oh yeah.
everybody will get hyped to a track with them both on it because they both have such like they both have kind of they're both really different, but they're both kind of in that same section of hip hop in terms of the type of music they're making. So it's just like taking the two dudes on the top of that really new sound and putting them together.
Oh, I love it.
I mean, that's fantastic. I really hope they make more stuff together.
I'm worried now though because Playboi Carti wasn't on Whole Lotta Red.
I know. That was so weird.
So I was like, it kind of threw me off. Carti was on Eternal Atake too, right?
I
I don't
don't actually remember. But
No,
yeah,
I don't
that
have
is
to
kind of
worry.
worrying me. I hope they're still bros because
know.
hopefully that just means they have a whole project in the works, so they didn't want to put any songs on their albums. That's what I'm hoping.
That would be that's
But-
ideal, for sure.
I guess we'll see. That one's pretty good. One big one. This dude can go off of a lot of different artists, but this one is actually more of a artist producer one. That'd be Travis Scott and Mike Dean or Wonder
Oh.
Girl. We can put them together because that is just like that is probably my one. That might be my favorite. I don't know. I almost want to say that'd be my favorite artist and producer combo is Travis and Mike Dean / Wonder Girl. They just have a perfect sound with that.
They just-
style of hip hop. You know?
They just both know exactly what they're going for,
Right.
and can put it all together perfectly.
Dude. Just off on a little tangent though, I saw Mike Dean was live streaming on Twitch like a few days ago, and I click on it. And there's like probably 10K people watching, and it's just him in his dark studio with like 5 keyboards, and he's just jamming out on these synthesizers, playing like a whole Travis Scott bridge while everybody in the chat is just like going crazy. This
Oh
dude's
my
just
gosh.
jamming out, like performing a whole masterpiece. He's throwing in those like thick synth basses and stuff, and doing like the whoa whoa whoa.
Oh,
it was
man.
bro. Next time he streams, I'll
I
let
sh-
you know. It's a good stream to pop into.
Does he
but-
stream on Twitch?
Yeah, he was live like a couple times last week of just him making music.
Dang.
Yeah,
I need to hop on that thing.
you should. It's a vibe.